Welcome back, everyone, to GameZone Birdroom. Zone. Hello. GameZone. And of course, it's not the GameZone Birdroom without all the birds. Molly's back in here today. She's not with Mummy. Yeah. So, what have I got for you today, guys? On my first proper video of 2021 in my new home in the Highlands. Well, it's an unboxing. Been looking at this for quite some time. It's the unboxing of the Super Console X Pro Edition. Now, there was a little Easter egg in my last video which had this on the table. So, let's open this bad boy up and see what's inside. So, here's a close-up of the box. Smoothly runs 80 plus emulators, PSP, PS1, N64, DC, Neo Geo, Sega, MAME, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Game Boy, Mega Drive, Super Famicom, and the Famicom, which is basically Super Nintendo and the Nintendo Entertainment System. Pretty basic box. Includes a Super Console, SD card, game controller, which is 2 of, HDMI and the power cord or power adapter. So let's open it up. That's the box. No one really cares about the box. The manual in colour. It's quite nice. In English, and the other side is Japanese. Chinese. Again, English that side. How to set up the joypads. Chinese. I bought this from Amazon for £80. Now, you can get it cheaper on AliExpress, but I've never used AliExpress before, so I'd rather go with someone I know. And it only took, what, 7 to 10 days to turn up, which AliExpress, it could take up to 6 weeks. So, let's have a look at the joypads first. Now, I've seen reviews, and these are supposed to be pretty awful. Very clicky button, really light. You do need batteries. There's a button down here to turn them on once you put the batteries in. And because they're wireless, they do come with 2 little wireless dongles to connect them with. But apparently this is compatible with a lot of joypads. So I'm going to test the Xbox 360 out with it. And obviously this should be the goodies. So we've got the HDMI cable. This should be the power adapter. It is 12 volts. The 4-way USB. So 4 players out of the box, which is quite nice. The remote, because this is an actual Android TV box as well. If you take the actual SD card, it will act as a TV box. And this is actually a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. You know, I kind of dig how it looks. It looks sort of a bit like a Super Nintendo. this button doesn't actually work, and this doesn't do anything. But you know what? I actually do like it. Super Console X Pro. So you've got your two USB 2s, your SD card there. This is the 64GB version. They do two other different versions, 128 and the 256GB. Ethernet, AV, HDMI, and your power cord, and your power to switch on and off. So yeah, and your fence on the back. So yeah, nice little unit. I actually like it. Does look quite nice, quite pleasing. There's only one thing to do now, and that's set the thing up. And it has got Spectrum emulation, so I don't know if this is going to work, but I also brought a mini keyboard. Now this was from Amazon as well. I will put the links in the description. It's nothing special. It's not like a brilliant keyboard. Very basic. I mean, they say mini, but it's still quite large. But yeah, this is what I'm going to use for the Spectrum and Commodore 64 games. So let's set this thing up and have a look. So we are greeted with these lovely title screen, and the software they're using is Emulate. Nice selection of different retro games in the title screen. And Kim Hank, the man who designed all this. So we didn't have to. Thank you, Kim. So the boot up screen doesn't take too long for it to load up, so you can start playing these games, which is always nice. It's a plug and play machine, which is what I like about it. You can go deeper into it and mess about with the menus. I'm not going to do that much of messing about because I don't want to fuck the machine up. But you get different themes, which I'll show you. I like the pixel art. I really like this design. Very old school. This one I'm not so much of a fan of. I think it's a bit too much on the screen. I'm more of a simplistic person. I like it simple. And this is probably my favourite one, the Emulate Carbon. Just very clean, tidy UI. Just what you want. Gives you a screenshot of the console and obviously the name of it as well. And at the bottom it shows you how many games. And it's got a lot of games on it. I haven't played Mortal Kombat Arcade for a very long time. I've got it on my modded Xbox, but it's not the best version. It's a bit sort of glitchy. So let's see if this version plays alright. Looks nice and clean. I like the bezels they've got on the side. Controls well. The buttons aren't mapped right, so yeah, we'll have to map that out. Figure out which button's which. Come on, oh come on, Scorpion! Don't die on the first level, the first round. That's it.
Wins.
Now the cut to take victory. Come here! Scorpion and Sub-Zero, my two favourite characters in Mortal Kombat. Do like Liu Kang, Bruce Lee rip-off, or like that flawless victory.
Scorpion.
Flawless.
Flawless victory.
Well, that plays really well. Another all-time classic. So MAME should play really well on this machine. It's going to be more of your 3D games that are going to struggle with this machine. Yeah, your N64, Dreamcast, PSP. But your MAME, all your 16-bit, 8-bit consoles should play really well. When I first saw this in the arcades, it was almost like watching the cartoon. Captured it so well.
Hang on, April.
Again, I love the bezels they used for the turtles. Exactly what the arcade unit looked like around the rim of the screen. Cut on Leonardo. Didn't actually want to pick Leonardo. Never mind. Come on. Not doing very good here. I think climbing that mountain's knacking me out. Come on, Leo, you're supposed to be the leader. That's enough of that. Let's test a bit of PlayStation. Now, PlayStation should work really well with the specs on this machine. 46 games. Some of these games I've never played before, so. I mean, I mainly brought this for MAME, Spectrum, Commodore 64. Especially the Spectrum. Big fan of Spectrum. Was my first console. I didn't realise they released a Road Rash in 99, 2000. Bet this isn't a patch on the Mega Drive version. No idea what's going on at the moment.
Pay attention.
Let's press start, that's it. Right, game. Let's be the biker game and not the punk rocker game. They look tougher, don't they? Let's go for arcade. Whoa, this bike is very slippery. Yeah, it's not as tight control as the original Mega Drive version. Graphics aren't too bad though. Draw distance is pretty good as well. Oh, stacked it. Yeah, I know they released a Saturn and an early PlayStation 1 release of Road Rash, but didn't know it went into 99 2000. Such an awesome game. Although I'm playing really crap. I want to come back to this game, spend a bit of time with it. Alright, let's test some PSP. Don't really know much about this system. Always been a console man. So you've got the little FPS in the right hand corner.
Vor langer Zeit lebten die Menschen glücklich und zufrieden. Niemand bemerkte den Schatten, der sich langsam
Sticking
über
around
ihnen
30,
ausbreitete.
31. Did dip down to 27 then. No idea how this run on the original PSP. If someone's watching this, let me know in the comments. I spent a lot more time on the Castlevania games. I mean, I've got the Mega Drive version now on the Mega Drive Mini. Never really played it. The graphics is pretty decent though. Glad they kept it to a 2D platformer. So the frame rate is holding very steady, which makes these games a lot more playable. I'm guessing there's more PSP games on the larger SD cards versions. As I said in the video earlier, there's 128 and a 256 GB version. I'm guessing they put the games that really run well on the 64 GB version, and this game is running really well. Didn't realise how great the graphics was for the PSP.
A bidding girl for Count Dracula.
Must have been a pretty decent system.
Come to me.
No! I'll never submit to your master. I'd sooner die here.
Huh. So much the better. Besides,
I'll play this for a little bit longer and then we'll move on to some N64 games. I'll probably die soon. Probably won't get past the first boss. Terrible at these type of games. Must be coming up to the big boss now. Oh, here we go. Come on. Has he killed me? Right, that's it. Bit of N64 action. Bit of Indie Racing 2000. Never played this. Now, from the reviews I've seen, N64 is quite hit and miss. So there's 80 games on this system. So it sort of depends which one you pick. It's either going to run well or unplayable, basically.
We're underway.
I mean, this looks like it's going to run well. Not my playing, though. Come on. Oh, get on the track. Jesus. Terrible. Graphics are pretty good for this game, though.
He's flying.
Draw distance is pretty good as well. That's it. Staying on the track a bit then. Come on. Yeah, this game's running all right. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that runs fine, that game. Let's try another one. To get back to the menu, you have to press start and select together twice. And to get into a game, it's B, and to go back, it's A.
48 hours after the conversation with friend Richard Gore.
Now, I think this is a game that struggles, definitely sound-wise, and it's fairly slow. Although that was on the original edition, it's the Pro version, so there's a slightly better chip in it, not much. It's the 905S in the original, and the chipset in this is the 905X. What's the button? Oh, here we go. I'm moving now. Sorry about that. Yeah, as you can tell, the music, I mean, the speed's not too bad, but the music is awful. I mean, if you put up with the music, the game's quite playable.
The family were informed that Jane would stand trial charged with murder.
Jane Andrews denies murdering Tom Preston. She says she acted in self-defense.
The law today
Oh, this game is glitching out.
if Jane could prove that Tommy had been bullying her psychologically.
That's not a good sign.
She said they had a fight and she fled their home, not realizing he was so badly hurt.
Back in 2001, Jane claimed that she was in fear for her physical safety.
Hello everyone, it's your faithful reporter Daisy here to bring you this exciting special report.
Sounds
I've actually
alright.
found my way into the foreign kingdom of
It's
Murdoch.
not glitching anymore.
I'm going to find out what terrifying new
Perhaps it's
plans
just the
have in
start
store for
where
us.
it's a bit glitchy.
She's beautiful. I can hear Murloc from where I'm standing. I'm going to try and get a closer look. It seems that Murloc is working on a really strange machine.
Oh, N64 had a unique look about its games.
Danger! I'm gonna rescue her.
Now, they weren't the most polished games at the generation between PlayStation and the Saturn, but you know, it was definitely unique.
Don't worry, Donald. Labs don't left too quickly. For now, my totem
in the background always had that sort of blurry effect to it. But, you know, this isn't a bad looking game actually. And it seems to be running better. It's not glitching. Yeah, so this game is working okay. It's just the start where it's glitchy. Right, on to the next one. Bit of Spectrum. So if you press start, you can go down the list of this menu and jump to whichever part of the game list. So we want N, and I want an absolute classic. I used to absolutely love this game. Nifty Lifty. Absolute all-time favourite. You would have to, I would literally rush home from school to play this game. Spend hours on it. Now I've put the keyboard in, and we're going to have to remap it, because to play with a joypad it is unplayable. I'm going to show you what it's like with a joypad. So you have to press select. The buttons to move left and right is X and Z. So you're going to have to go all the way down to X. It's slow, it interrupts the game, so let's go back out again. Start and select twice to come back out of the game. And we're going to remap this keyboard. Press start, go down to controller settings. Then we'll configure a controller. Press OK. Then hold A button on the keypad. And then we're going to go with the up key. Down, left, right. I'm going to press space for start, enter for select. Then use the buttons A, B, X, Y, L, R on the keyboard. For the left shoulder, we're going to go with F4, F8. Don't need the thumbs, so we're going to hold down any button to not define it. And then with that hotkey button, we're going to make that enter again, so we can press start and select twice to come out of the game. So yeah, okay. Now the controls should be set up to play this game fairly easy. So we want to go for C. So we're going to press enter, which is our select button. We're going to go down to C. We're going to customize the keyboard. So again, enter, which is select. We're going to press button 3. And then we're going to assign the left and right. It will come up with numbers for some reason, which will be 7 and 6, I think, yeah. Which is left and right on the keypad. And now, Nifty Lifty should work perfect. Absolutely love the sound effects of the old Spectrum games. They're so brilliant. Never seen the Spectrum look so good. I think the best I've ever done was level 7, I think. Level 7 or 8. close. Oh, crashed. Yeah, I need a lot of practice on this game. Oh, what? I got to level 3. Yeah, so that's pretty much how you want to customize it for Commodore 64. So let's go for another favourite game, Sports of King. Another game that the whole family used to play, betting on horses. Me, my brother, my sister, my dad and my mum all play this together. So we want to go down, we want to press enter, select on the keypad. And we want to hit 5 for Sinclair, which will make the up, down, left, right on the keyboard work no problem, which then makes the game easier to play. And it's just like playing with a Spectrum keyboard. And to be fair, this keyboard has been well worth the money. I paid, what, £10-12 with postage on it. And it's working faultless. Yeah, really happy with that purchase. I didn't even know if it was going to work, to tell you the truth. I just shoved it in the USB port and, yeah, working no problem. I used to hate this screen on the original Spectrum. It could be on there for 5 or 10 minutes sometimes. And then you get on this bit and the bloody machine would crash. Not with this, not with modern technology though. Who would it go for? Let's go for Play Jet. And let's put the whole £100 on. I'm feeling lucky. Again, I've never seen the Spectrum look so good. This game looks lovely. All the different colours. Great game this was. Little ambulance going down. You even got a man doing the commentating up in the corner. Anyone has an accident on the horse, the ambulance is there to pick them up, take them straight to the hospital. Yeah, nice, bright, colourful game. I'm doing well. Oh, come on. In first place. Oh, look, he's falling behind now. Don't think I've ever been very good at this game. Should have picked Viper. It's a lot better horse name, innit? Or He-Man. But he's losing. Oh, might get a third. Yeah, was it a third I got? Should have done each way. No, I didn't even get a third. Disappointing. The payouts are a big fat 0. Please wait. Oh, I'm calculating, yeah. I'll calculate you in a minute. Has no cash. Game over. Oh, that was bloody brilliant. Absolutely loved playing them 2 Spectrum games. Terrific little machine. Great keyboard. Anyway, back to my boat race. So what is my final thoughts on the Super Console X? You know what? I actually really like this machine. Is it perfect? No, definitely not. N64 games are very hit and miss. Some of them will have glitches, graphical glitches, sound will just sound awful. But I didn't buy this for the N64 emulation, and I didn't buy it for the Dreamcast nor PSP. I mainly bought this for the Spectrum, Commodore 64, the full collection, the Mega Drive, NES on it, so that's a little bonus. And the MAME games basically, which has got, you know, almost 2,000 MAME games. It's supposed to have 31,000 games on it. I actually believe it. I mean, there's a shitload on here. 32X games on there as well, so I get to play the 32X to see what, you know, what that console, weird mushroom-shaped console, had to offer. So yeah, I actually really like this machine. I think it was worth 80 quid getting it earlier. You know, as I said, you can get this for about 50 on AliExpress. I will leave all the links in the description below. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this console X. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, it's not a perfect little machine, but what do you expect for the price? The size of the machine, I mean, it's tiny. It's about the same size as my capture card, which isn't particularly big. It is really small. I thought it was going to be about the size of the Mega Drive Mini, but it's almost half the size of the Mega Drive Mini. It is really small. They do say the best things come in small packages. Very true for this one. Anyway, guys, enjoyed the video. You know what to do. Button bash that like, subscribe, hit that bell, and take it easy. GameZone.